There's a powder that costs less than $1 that can turn a yellow stained bathtub back to its original snow-white color, not for a short time, not as a surface illusion, but in a way that restores it completely. Professional refinishers charge $300 to $600 to fix this exact problem, and they have known about this powder since 1882. They use it themselves before every job they perform, then they cover the result with a coating and charge $600 for what is essentially 12 minutes of actual work. The bathtub replacement industry goes even further, asking for $3 to $5,000 to remove your tub and install a new one, even though a one-polymer powder in 20 minutes of your time can achieve what all that money cannot. This solution was not abandoned because it failed. It was abandoned because it worked too well. And a solution that costs $1 cannot support a multi-billion-dollar service industry, and anything that cannot sustain an industry is not allowed to reach the consumer. This is the reality behind one of the cheapest bathroom restoration secrets, a solution that has existed for generations but was quietly pushed aside. If what you learn saves even $1, that alone proves its value. The truth begins with understanding why bathtubs turn yellow in the first place, and why every method you tried has failed. Around 85% of homes in the United States have hard water, according to national water quality data. This water carries dissolved minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron, collected as it travels through underground rock and into household plumbing. Every time water sits in a bathtub and evaporates, these minerals remain behind. Layer by layer, over months and years, they build into a visible yellow or brown stain that bonds directly to porcelain or fiberglass. This is not dirt, not soap scum, not mold, and not caused by neglect. It is an inorganic mineral deposit fused to the surface at a molecular level. The problem is that almost every cleaning product people use is designed for something completely different. Bleach targets organic matter like mold, vinegar works on certain residues like soap film, and scrubbing powders rely on abrasion for organic buildup. But mineral deposits are inorganic. They are essentially dissolved stone that has reattached itself to your tub. Using bleach on these stains is like trying to melt solid rock with dish soap. You can scrub for hours and nothing changes because the chemistry is wrong. No brand, no store, and no contractor explains this clearly, even when quoting $600 for a fix. The cleaning product industry in America alone is worth over $55 billion, and globally it exceeds $240 billion, yet not one major manufacturer offers a simple product specifically designed to dissolve these mineral deposits in the most direct way. It is more profitable to sell dozens of products that fail than one that works. Look at any bathroom cabinet and you will likely find multiple cleaners, sprays, and scrubbing tools, each promising results, but none addressing the real cause. The issue was never choosing the wrong brand, it was using the wrong type of chemistry. The difference between organic and inorganic stains is the key detail that changes everything. Once that is understood, the solution becomes simple. The powder that solves this problem has been known since the 1700s and was introduced commercially in 1882. Its active component is capable of dissolving mineral deposits, rust, and oxidation without damaging the surface underneath. It works by binding to the metal ions responsible for the stains, including calcium, magnesium, and iron, and converting them into water-soluble compounds that can be rinsed away. The stain does not get scrubbed off, it dissolves and disappears. Scientific understanding of this process has existed for centuries. The compound interacts directly with calcium carbonate and iron oxide, removing them from ceramic and porcelain surfaces without harming the finish. Compare this to professional reglazing, which, according to 2025, data costs between $337 and $631, with a national average of $483. That process does not remove the mineral buildup. It simply coats over it with a thin layer of epoxy or urethane. Over time, this coating peels or chips, usually within 3 to 5 years, forcing another round of payment and repairs. Over 20 years at $480 per cycle, the cost approaches $2,000, all without addressing the root problem. In contrast, the $1 powder removes the cause permanently in about 20 minutes. The reason this solution is not widely known comes down to one thing: money. The bathtub refinishing industry generates hundreds of millions of dollars every year, built on the belief that fixing a yellow tub requires professional service. Every refinishing contractor knows about this powder and uses it as the first step before applying coatings. They clean the tub with it, then paint over the already restored surface and present a $600 invoice. If they told customers to use the powder themselves, the entire business model would collapse. The compound cannot be patented, it cannot create repeat customers, and one $2 container can last for months. A permanent fix removes the need for future service, and that is not something a recurring revenue model can support. The same pattern exists in the cleaning product industry, where billions of dollars depend on consumers not understanding the difference between stain types. If one simple powder could replace dozens of products under the sink, the demand for those products would disappear. This gap in knowledge has cost homeowners hundreds or even thousands of dollars over time. Once understood, the process becomes straightforward. The powder is mixed with water into a paste, applied to the stained areas, and left for about 20 minutes. During this time, the chemical reaction breaks down the mineral deposits. When wiped and rinsed, the original white surface appears underneath, often creating a dramatic before and after contrast. After cleaning, applying a protective sealant creates a barrier that prevents minerals from bonding again. This step ensures the result lasts, keeping the surface white instead of allowing buildup to return. The total cost of this entire process stays under $5, and the total time is under 30 minutes, with no special skill required. Compare that to paying $300 to $600 for refinishing, dealing with fumes, losing access to the bathroom for 48 hours, and ending up with a temporary coating that will fail within a few years. There are real examples of people who spent years trying different products, investing over $200 in multiple attempts without success, only to see the stain disappear after using this method once. The realization is immediate, the problem was never permanent, and the solution was always available. Many continue to believe the discoloration cannot be fixed without expensive help, but that belief is what keeps the system in place. The truth is simple, the stain is not permanent, the solution has existed for over 140 years, and it was never lost or forgotten. It was buried by industries that benefit from confusion and repeated spending. Manufacturers prefer selling multiple products instead of one that works, and contractors prefer charging for services instead of revealing a simple fix. Meanwhile, the actual solution remains inexpensive, fast, and effective. $1.20 are enough to restore a bathtub completely. No contractor is required, no replacement is needed, and no complicated process is involved. The knowledge has always existed, waiting to be used. Once understood, it changes how the problem is seen and removes the need for expensive alternatives.